make you bump, bump, wiggle and shake your rump. Cause I'll be kicking the flavor that makes you wanna jump. How high, real high, cause I'm just so fly. A young, lovable, hug up a type of guy. When everything is to the back with a little slack. Cause the side up is whack. I come stopping, something popping to keep it jumping. On beat, rapping, boom, whack, is what I'm dumping. Ain't nothing suck about crisscross, we all that. So when they act to the rise, they believe that. Drop, drop, the Mac that'll make you. Drop, drop, a daddy Mac will make you. Drop, drop, crisscross will make you. Drop, 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 the Mac that'll make you. Drop, drop, a daddy Mac will make you. Drop, drop, crisscross will make you. Drop, drop, I like my stuff knocking. I love it when the girls start jocking. To the end up and do AMAC. Yeah, you know me. I get to jumping and pumping, moving all around. G in the mix, I make you take a step back. Then try to step to the mat, then I got jacked. To the back, you were falling again. Is that coincidental? And like you know it, don't be claiming that it's mental. Two little kids with a flow you would never heard. And on figure you can understand every word. Watch you listen to my cool small melody. The daddy makes you dream of weapon. Drop, drop, the Mac that'll make you. Drop, drop, a daddy Mac will make you. Drop, drop, crisscross will make you. Drop, 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 the Mac that'll make you. Drop, drop, a daddy Mac will make you. Drop, drop, crisscross will make you. Drop, drop. Someone tried to run, but they can't run like this. Someone tried to run, but they can't run like this. Someone tried to run, but they can't run like this. Someone tried to run, but they can't. Someone tried to run, but they can't run like this. Someone tried to run, but they can't run like this. Someone tried to run, but they can't run like this. Someone tried to run, but they can't. Cause I'm the me, Mac Daddy. I'm the me, Mac. Cause I'm the me, Mac Daddy. I'm the me, Mac. I'll make you wanna drop, drop, the Mac that'll make you. Drop, drop, a daddy Mac will make you. Drop, drop, crisscross will make you. Drop, drop. Gotta make a move to a town that's right for me. Time to keep me moving, keep me grooving with some energy. Well, I'm talking about it, talking about it, talking about it, talking about it. Talk about moving.
You're talking about the one about the scam stuff. Yes, if that's the one you're talking about. I paused. Yeah. Ooh, yes, it is. The volume changed in between scenes. That's wonderful. Hold on. Gotta adjust the settings here. All right, there we go. Let's go up. Yeah, there we go. All right, I think think we're all right. Possibly. Let me get a drink here. All right, so I inadvertently took a week off. Didn't mean to, wasn't planned, but I did. Just super tired. But we're gonna get going. There's a few things that go over. So I'm gonna kind of change things up a little bit after the show, after all the stuff talk about for the Untitled Car Show. I'm actually gonna end the stream and then restart in a couple minutes after. Yeah, if it was the scam one, talking about a scam. Yeah, I would always watch with stuff like that. It's always a little iffy. Oh, man. That's crazy. So, Flyers have now lost 10 in a row. That is fucking atrocious. So anyway. Car stuff. Racing stuff. Actually a bit of... I'll start off with something brand new. Well, I guess kind of brand new, only about a day old or so. Let me pull up. WRC has released their calendar or their schedule for next year. Let me get this, let me get it pulled up here. We got some pictures and some news. Okay. All right. All right, there we go. So we got ourselves the WRC calendar for next year. Rally Monte Carlo kicks off January 19th, goes to the 22nd, so it is. I think I got this. I think I have the 2 one or 2, but they are expensive. It's pretty stupid. So yeah, we go January, February. We got Rally Sweden, Mexico in March, Rally Croatia, April, May, June. May is Portugal, Sardinia in June. We got 2 in June. Kenya and Sardinia. Rally Estonia, Finland, which is always a fantastic event. We got the legendary Acropolis Rally Greece in September. End of September, Chile. Central Europe Rally, I believe, from what it says, is Germany. Yes. The end of October, Austria, Czech Republic, and Germany play host the Central Europe Rally, so they must go into 3 different countries. I also miss Mixer. I appreciate it. Yes, I do. And then we got the season ending in Japan once again. One event that I do miss is the Rally Great Britain, which was always in Wales. I missed that going down. They used to be like right before the end of the season, but it's a pretty good calendar. Your main one is Monte Carlo. That kind of always starts the year off. Rally Japan, which they just had a couple weeks ago, for the first time being back there, was actually, it's not the fastest rally, even being on tarmac. Pretty slow. A lot of first and second gear turns, but it was actually a pretty exciting one. Unfortunately, didn't go so well. Once again, another rally did not go so well for M Sport. They did cap it off. Craig Breen got the power stage win, which was a good ending to the rally on a pretty good note there. Season overall was bad. Terry Neuville won. Kelly Rowland-Pair wrapped up the championship beforehand, before this end of the season. And then Elvin Evans and Terry Neuville, they had a pretty good battle going on. They were kind of back and forth. Elvin was holding them off for quite a while, and then picked up a puncture. I think he tapped a curb coming out of a turn. He came out of the turn a little bit wider than he probably should have. Bumped the curb, and it gave him a flat tire. So that cost him the win. Gave it to Terry Neuville. But Hyundai ended the season pretty on a pretty high note there. They kind of turned things around and got some good results. They got a few wins and stuff, so that's always a good thing. Hyundai did reveal their lineup, actually. So their full lineup for next year is Thierry Neuville, who more than likely, I don't know if they want to label it or not, but he's the number 1 driver. Esapek Alapi, who they just signed from Toyota. I guess Esapek did not want, he wanted a full-time ride, so Hyundai offered him the full-time ride. So that's why he's going there. Craig Breen left M Sport. They kind of amicably split, and he's going back to Hyundai, and he'll share a car with Danny Sordo. It's sad to see that Craig Breen ended it. They had a 2-year contract. This was only the first year. Kind of wish they would have stuck it out. See what happens next year. I know it was a very disastrous season, but I was hoping that they would kind of keep it going for next year, but that did not happen. We got Toyota. They also revealed their lineup. They bumped Takamoto Katsuka, Japanese driver. He got a podium in Japan. So that was good for him to end the season on that, and that kind of gave him the bump to go to the main Toyota team. So he's the full factory team, and then they have like a kind of like a sidecar that he was kind of driving. So now he's on the main roster for them. Elvin Evans, again, he's returning. He's full time, as is Cali Rovanpera, of course. He'll be a full time driver as well. Sebastian Ogier will share the car with Takamoto Katsuda, even though he is on, even though he's on the main team, it's still the third car. So he's going to be doing only certain events, whatever events Ogier does not want to do. So, excuse me. I would say more than likely, Ogier will probably do Monte Carlo. Maybe Greece and Kenya again. And maybe Japan. But maybe I'll have him in a fourth car so that Takamoto can do his home event. That's just kind of what I think. I think for sure Monte Carlo. OJ will start the year in Monte Carlo. As far as M Sports driver lineup, they are still talking to drivers. Again, we have Oitenak, who left Hyundai as kind of a free agent. It's going to be hard for M Sport to sign him. It's just would basically come down to money. They don't have a ton of money. You still have Petter Solberg's kid, who got the boot from Hyundai, and from what I've heard on a couple things, is that it seemed like he was not getting a proper car. Like, he didn't really have much input in the setup. They kind of just set the car up for him, and this is what he got. And that's basically how it was, which kind of sucks. So yes, I don't know why I can't think of his name. He is Petter Solberg's kid. Damn, I don't know why I can't think of his name right now. But yeah, he's a free agent, as is Tanak. I think you got a couple other people who are kind of in the mix there, maybe. Andreas Mikkelsen, maybe somebody that they could go after. I know he's in Rally 2, doing pretty well there with Skoda. Who knows if they'll sign Sebastian Loeb to another contract. He just does a few events, so we'll have to see with that. We'll see what happens with them. Where Tanak goes, it's gonna be interesting. I would think pretty soon. I mean, we're getting the end of November, and with Monte Carlo starting, more towards the end of January, I would think that sometime in December we'll see who's gonna be where, who's gonna be in M Sport, and where Tanak goes. But if Tanak is not going to take a year off, if he is going to race, maybe races some other series, maybe he goes back to M Sport for a full season. Who knows? We'll have to see what happens. But excited about WRC stuff coming up. I mean, it's rallying is probably my favorite form of motorsport. We had NHRA wrapped up their stuff. I really didn't pay attention to NHRA this year, really much at all. I did see that Brittany Force got her Top Fuel Championship, second Top Fuel Championship she's gotten now. And she also set the record for Fastest mile per hour, fastest ET. Kyle getting 25 kills. My latest lobby was a very close game. Question, since it's a hot topic, skill-based matchmaking. What do you think about it? For anybody on the YouTube side, I am multi-streaming to Twitch also. So I'm also talking to people on Twitch. I think it's okay. I am not a particularly good Call of Duty player. I do have fun playing the game. I like to have fun playing the game. I don't want to get into a game where I'm going against people like, professionals, basically. I don't want to go up against even one pro Call of Duty player or like a Tim and Tatman or Dr. Disrespect type of person. I know a bunch of the top like streamers and stuff are complaining and this and that, but man, it's like you kind of at that point you're almost acting like you're entitled a little bit. I mean, I understand it. There should be kind of a choice though to go into a lobby of skill-based matchmaking or like more like a relaxed type of mode or a ranked mode or something like that. There has to be a way to kind of balance it out. Have more of a like a choice and whatnot. All right, gonna move on to a little bit of F1 stuff. I kept seeing on TikTok stuff about Max Verstappen. He kind of seems like a dick a little bit. I guess there was an incident in qualifying where he was asked by his team to slow down, let his teammate go. He did not. He told them that he was not going to do it and to never ask him again. And it kind of got me thinking, like, it's F1. Every season, F1 has this whole team order thing and let so and so buy, they need this and that. I feel like I've seen it happen in rallying, but it's a bit less prevalent. It is very prevalent in Formula One. It's just not. Yeah, it's just not a prevalent issue in other series. I feel like even NASCAR, there's no team orders and things like that. It's just not. Actually, there supposedly was team orders a few years ago with like Michael Waltrip Racing back in the day, and he got fined. It's crazy. Nitro Rallycross was in Arizona, and that was another fantastic event. I say it all the time. Every event that they have, it is fantastic to watch. And if you haven't watched it, you can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Peacock. It is just phenomenal. It is great racing. The only thing that brought it down was the event stewards. Like, they're kind of like almost like referees in a way. They were kind of like too strict on the drivers. Chris Meek made a pretty good pass on Travis Pastrana in their battle bracket. Travis said it was clean. Chris thought it was clean. there was no hard feelings. Travis was like, they kind of congratulated Chris and stuff. And wasn't even mad about it. It was a great pass. It was a phenomenal pass. But they penalized him. So then Travis got to move on. Chris did not. It took them quite a while. Andreas Backrud got kind of the same deal. Made a good pass and thought it was a good pass, and the stewards just, they didn't think that it was for some reason. And I think they had kind of like, and that was, I think they had kind of a talk with the stewards that day or the next day or whatever in the drivers meeting to go into the day with the finals and everything, and kind of had a talk with them about kind of chilling out and what they're okay with letting go, what's not. But it is that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff will ruin events when things like that happen, because you want, like, you want the drivers to pass. You want passing, and you want, it's rallycross. There's going to be door-to-door bumping and everything else. It's rallycross. It's going to happen. It's just how it is. And, if you are going to penalize somebody for, a little bit of a bump or whatever, it wasn't malicious. It wasn't, hardcore where, move them out of the way, completely, and you hit the wall or hit tire barriers or whatever. And it's just like that. It was not at all aggressive, and he shouldn't have gotten penalized for it. Chris Meeks should have moved on, but he didn't. And yeah, I'm sure. I mean, Travis is the one who runs the place. He kind of invented the Nitro Rallycross series, got it started and everything. So he can, I mean, all he has to do is just tell the stewards that, lighten up. And I kind of think that's what happened. Silosis I've heard of. Never listened to him, but I've heard of him. I might have heard like one song, maybe. But let's see. We have any car news? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put together a whole episode where I talk about kind of go on a electric car rant. Okay, well, here's a little bit of car news. It's weird. Actress Alyssa Milano was blasted on Twitter, including by Tesla CEO Elon Musk, after saying she gave back her Tesla and replaced it with a Volkswagen. I guess a lot of people are mad. It's just a lot of political nonsense. But honestly, Teslas aren't that good. Their quality is down. Their quality has just been shit for years now. There's a crappy children in Bodom, yeah. Gonna miss that one, that's for sure. Any other? There was one other car thing. I can't. can't remember what it was. But yeah, I think I'm going to do a whole episode on the whole electric car thing. Because I've been seeing a lot of stuff about them not being good, which I know they're not good. They are just not that good. Trying to see if I can find what I was going to talk about. There was something. Yeah, I don't. Well, I can't find it. Damn. Oh well, maybe I will find it. Yeah, at some point. And I'll have to make a note of it. Because I didn't make a note of it, and I forgot it. So, alrighty. That is going to do it for this week's Untitled Car Show. I will be back with it next Saturday. Again, this is going to be a live stream. I am going to end the stream, and I'll be back in a few minutes with the gaming, I guess, portion. Still going to stream it on YouTube and on Twitch. So join me on either one of these if you're on YouTube. Obviously watch it on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, watch it on Twitch. Or switch it up if you want to, whatever. But yeah, that's going to do it for the car show this week. If anybody has any topics or anything they want to talk about or whatever, just let me know. You can hit me up on all of my social media. Let me get the link here. Well, that is not the correct one. I'm on like all the pages, so let's do this. See if this works. Yep. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, obviously YouTube and Twitch. So yeah, that's going to do it for the Untitled Car Show. I will be back in a couple minutes playing WRC Generations. So if you want to watch some rallying, if you want to talk about rallying or video games, or as me and Sky Zone talk about heavy metal, come on back. Stay tuned. I'll be right back in a couple minutes, and we're going to be doing some racing. So I'll catch you soon.